enya babedru the long awaited State of the Nation address no ene day ena ye mampeni John Dramani Mahama de basho na chese basho ne de bushia ensema chese wo prudigu honom ene che Ghana fo nyina no enya sem keto abosha ebra na wo ye campaign che Ghana fo so mo fo mkokromoti ento abama no me ye mampeni bosha wo she ye ne ade nyina no ende ebra wo the State of the Nation address edi tudwa no e ya ade chese wo bobo dodo na so a wo she Ghana fo nyina so krabo ande de ya matena si je se me ba be pensem mu de wo kai ye safata se ye bo sem man ne bebo sem ede amane saso ana de sapata so ye chire nim nso no e ya de aye be chire nim e wo fidie ho hanum se ne ba de degree cheese de a bebre na ena ekopie mu e wo honom ye former president Kufuor na odimu ntintima pa saso ena JJ Rawlings ne ho keni ono so no ekopie mu e wo honom a lot of NPP for wo executives eko ho NDC executives ne bi so eko honom na just a first time after the Fourth Republic you know amen na ya so me hu say your parliament house all parliamentarians aye present just a honom no aboma eye ene de ya mampeni at the State of the Nation address no e de betu General Speaker Alban Bagbin so for some time now no enya de aye hu no ne kundwam na so ene de na wotimu ankasa just ne ma bi ankokɔ yie no bia ye be fire ankasa mama ba shefo nyina akwa ba shonko fambra ati jachumedie so e wo Kumasi online GHBD e de na ya se wade akoso no enne me ba be pensem mamu nyina no masho etumi ati munya subscribe ya no subscribe dia ma me komo so aye ba twetwe no wo adinche biara wo hu na ododie no afa comment section na say e de ama me share video we ma no bi na ono so enshare enfama obi foforo Kumasi online media school so and asema say sabre ye de ati jachumedie no some when is jumedie hu ba so ba na ba say asia de nya so ba friend 0550623377 na 055703610 na say bia so be pie mo ya share ya so dia ye wo Kumasi ye ni ti aya mas e de hwani Kumasi aspa ye ni ti aya mas e de hwani mudu ti aya mas na bisa abofra kra say ope be bia Kumasi online TV and say Kumasi online GH wa e ya de abofra kra be direct to Niger wa ba hanum say that product a wo ton ya to ebo abohu de ro e de ama hana ATP e wa hanum CH sende en ko bo hwehwe ahodo na mene no e na e ba be twetwe ATP
na ya se wa
bibia boko ni
nya boko sa ba te be fa ni sa
ye be fa ni sa e just State of the Nation address ya 1 month muni I think the 7th of March e no benya 2 months 2 months na kwa no ye man be ni nya ye to the first State of the Nation address and now what they aba so but ye bobo in Sambia what they etu da no wo she Ghana fo nyina bo say free senior high school enya di obetwem was it oya campaign or cancer would trim and I'm no kwasem on trim but when na me who reportage just say Daily Graphic a lot of the newspapers are letting eba bonti ani nyina no just say John Dramani Mahama na bai wo mo esre se awofo esha sientia PTA dues wo amoko mo mawo senior high school ni ade no boarding fee wo mu betua wo medua ne nso a wo mu bedi eno so wo mu betua na me hwe se na no da kwaku fado ebra no ti abemu na bibia ye free there's nothing like PTA dues there's nothing like say obetua boarding fee ni ade
and I think say what the exams fees
so crack count na this time no wono na wasa hye ye boss enne no bibia no ontwem bibia be koso wano na this time no niam bi say no twetwe ti na say ye ma peni krokro de John bi no ye ya na
na me no mienu ada na ye krokro de John da bi e kra ye nka hu bi because na ye Ghana for ya so na edin ye ti kroma say see ya forum ka te say free senior high school no mo
so bia kwani
e fa so ni so na say we nyina ba u yi sika na kwa akotwia e na wo ba wo say sa na mo ya sa na drango Kufuor no obo ye sa me o de bia da me ka say na me kai de me na fufuo bi bo fa mu a fit 2027 2017 sorry 2017 I'll be a year through wasi because what this school fees ka what din ya market kitty weekend no ya manage solid na one almost by 1 hour now 1 hour then no gra wa thra was that 1 hour as I
know you say free senior high school shall say 2017.
Oh say ye no.
Oh okay.
And a free senior high school no shall say.
Oh okay.
Aha, tisane koye na ya se wa. Enti me to me amitie. Me di na da kwaku for the free senior high school no ba nkrani ko school free na ye manage na ye ma ho me comes ya ke pen so pa na ba den ka man for be ko school because minimum bia one because of sending man be kwa school fees into no join ko sua etrebo but all the same abon but ko nya SS certificate me woni sen ke betima abon na mana ko nanim it is a John Mahama emre bi etwe mo be ka kire say free senior high school won twap na de wa baba be make states of a nation address nya de obetum na de ko ya the idea na ekoso and
should we give John Dramani Mahama benefits of the doubt because I personally feel say the ministers are where you were more one say and maybe a chemum there were reports because and nekran workers and worker be say before Sana wo free abemu there was nothing like doom so and I quite remember say the new minister were elected na shoka be say sanka 2017 2016 year to abano ye kwaswa to abano Felix Ofosukwache was sanka ye kwaswa to abano edema John Dramani Mahama aka 2017 and fixi doom so it is like we are having a different interpretations when it comes to doom so and there are a lot of things our channel the energy a school feeding program school feeding program John Dramani Mahama buy onyamfa the budget in my on maybe a babon say mo friend to omunye aduane ndi that was January I can't remember say ono akasa edit just say na do dan ko egufado make provisions of food into no say aduane na just say warehouse ni na wo mo share na wo mo distribute those foods but enne day no enumonyam na ebade as wo person wo ji enumonyam no eta ehye na ni as make sure you haven't really presented your budget yet and then everything and then who used to say ni manim ya no niema NPP but it is looking as if say NPP ekono because na address ne some Kumasi online GH Kumasi online TV busia full video no ewo hono ma State of the Nation address presented by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wetimi akwa koteni nyina you are definitely going to have a clear understanding of the nede no yeti video hanum si ayeka international wo di two da no ebi wo hono ma because me who says say one of them national service from one of them NSS I think Saturday Kennedy Japan and wo di kan ka say nyame ya adom na say wo be ya mampeni obe make sure say to say the Nigeria for wo mu be yuwie SHS wo university now we are obe call military training kakro say wo mu be implementing to we are be call military training kakro na ya say we are fit enough ubetumi aye adwuma and I think that one no idea betumi abo because the laziness in the youth no do so pa what's the doom so there ebi enu honum ti no forgetting doom so and I think my government will not interfere in administration of tertiary institutions just some there bebre na
and I say why na me we she say enya Nyankopon mo John Dramani Mahama 94 years wontimi enya ne pepe but mitieni semni bina o kada me huni sa se eneme board ma wo dada ye ase ni sudada ni kakra wo obeka se obi a obodam kra be ye bodam na ti kokra na still na kakra wo utieni semni a wo kekenya na me bana baso wo baby so de me mana baso ye mre drum se o si drum so ni we 2017 den time man ye man penin na nadan kokufu ado ba ban so ba kunye ba be ye ni si ade so no na drum so ho papa I quite remember saying there are some few months be my control was na do some be your cool school no na nye federate so be catch say den time no was so do so dey na ma opposition dey na nam so ma John Dramani Mahama ko opposition enti sembo onu na say wo kan ma yanti ase ye kan say dum so ne dia ba enra me da shu na ade a chin ye no kra no wa no waka dum so na babai hu kwan ya obefa so a obesina asiesi ade no aka me ni John Dramani Mahama na ya sewa dum sa ma me go opposition no enka no ne ade first na enka me ba be me hwe se me de mani ebe ko hon said ebe ya and send the amount for can be a trip no one can the same thing and now be can the do so ni won ma na wo pa kire say
okay
Doomso is back. My answer say aba, but finding ways and meanings be a obetima bomba say Doomso na day. Akọ 80 message John Dramani Mahama mesero. Doomso ne dia baji tum sa ba. And right now no so no just a gifty or worry president declare no wanted the son say and NSS just say dimbi and woman ya dear secretary dianka senyam fresika and perifosika kasa just ghost names womu mu basanko for ina no womu dudu na de dwade from my Ghana copy mu my obi memu and ye man peni so ahye ye bo say ne time e corruption ya de no e ya de beba fo no medi o my Ghana sika o ma bo my Ghana kan ya de ina no wo be chi wo mo second third do be make sure say e ho no be fa ne tuma perfra kuko kete no sa bo sha ne so no e ya de ye man peni so esa esi so a wo share Ghana fo nyina bo say de ye kra nam ne ade obi memu anne ukota akukọ 50 Ghana de ya chemu be 4 we fresh enye de ye ku na se de ya ye fresh one de ye kum no cold store de ye chemu be 4 ne de ama se 50 Ghana wose ni nyina no e ya de betumi aboa wo ka nu wie su no okada no so no wo de bo she eto honom e de ma wo mo akwan ne ade de wa she bo so wo be ye osio wa ba onim neti Ghana for to aba nipa bebre na to aba ma nti no wo ba da fix sa ne ma ni nyina ba de ba kwa me won ase ye mampeni wan mosho ATP anesi fo ya wo mutifie ye mampeni ka se nyina wan ka san fa posting mu seja omusala wan ye beje ne so ye nya de ye nto aba enti wonim ana wonim ana bi obo so wo sha se okay sa agenda 111 no wo kan wasem se o be make sure say wo be complete ni nyina enti e bia obo so wo mo complete enti the second state of the nation address no na waka kire wo so sisi aye complete awie enti ye be employee Gada kasaro ye funny. Okay. Yeah, funny, Papa, because that is how you see Ghana. Yeah. Oh, say Uncle Quanket Kitty, okay. But me bomb the said ya wo church remuno when Quanket and get in church munakasano and I be one because said ya wo can in semino then Quanket and get a name yasabia wo Quanket and get it about fear. What about the time I cook over cook could not be a mother baby. I don't know what about farmers, woman Gina woman raising because ye crack and cook akoko na mfro bi memu ebe pie mu o my Ghana ni nyina no account na nebo no ekoso ye di cedis wo mu di dollars if you are going to purchase something a year dollars a o convert the dollar to the cedi dollar no was show cedis no it definitely no it's going to be a little problem one it is okaso obekra dia ba no okra so edeba na wo ma hwe wo manyi wo mu beni afidi ni ade na wo mu bedi wo mu di ya no wo mu ya akese a ye nkokra enkoko mfi because no Ghana the number of things we import ebusia say meka say meka ebeju say but ye friend mu ni si honum before sana this whole thing about baba na wie BBC ya obi fra Alban Bagbin mame ye speaker of parliament in fact ye ya ne ye beka obi anka me na ya say one wording and wording him me de meka am what ya say Alban ade a we wanya ade you didn't show any sign of leadership at all say president address nation ni we are ye ma the minority ni ama majority ne so time say wo monkasa majority leader was given the chance to speak what can sem ye edu the minority leader so a wono eba be kasa Afenyo kasa ni mu a ena me hu say speaker of parliament wa signal no na wa signal no ena Afenyo so de ano de hene won so yes o de be speaker we de me stop me ma me kwan na me nka asem e hye me bo na ma me kwan na me nka asem e hye me bo afi de ye Afenyo Markins kasa ye hu ya ne se from nowhere speaker Alban Bagbin what ye remu atase na no ati free a wo kasa ya ka che ne se ngofo bi aba obobo di afi from nowhere na wo say the house has been adjourned na speaker why na chira sa ade no why nya dio ebusia yenko na yenko show video so when me ya adwen say speaker of parliament Alban Bagbin wanya ade a na odi afa comment section na se ho e de amame
Mr. Speaker, let me, on behalf of the minority caucus, congratulate His Excellency the President first on his election. This is the first time after the election that he's been to this chamber and to deliver a message on the state of the nation. Our side take this opportunity to congratulate you and wish you well. Second, Mr. President, on the 21st of February 2013, you notably said, quote, Mr. Speaker, the meat is now down to the bones. This was on the occasion of your address to Parliament. And you said that the meat is now down to the bones. This was at the time, Mr. President, that you were President of Ghana. And you had served as chair of the economic management team of your own government. Yet, when you came to this house, you lamented on the same state of the economy that you had presided and re-echoed the point that we are left with just the bones. Mr. Speaker, the President again says that he has delivered less ministers, but it is clear that his strategy is, if less, more divide. You have appointed few ministers, but more and more and more presidential staffers and more committees. Mr. Speaker, the President again.
Honorable members, please.
The President again came to this house with a familiar story, the usual lamentations. He packaged it in a language as though we have a new beginning. Mr. Speaker, if the President has any concerns, his duty is to fix it. Mr. Speaker, His Excellency the President has announced to us a cabinet of 19 with only 2 women. The daughter of the founder of this NDC, Zaneto Rawlings, is missing. Haja Ladi is missing. Helen Intosu is missing. Where are the women in this government? The Vice President.
Honorable members, please, order.
The vice president is part of the government, and we are seeing only 2 women in cabinet, and the vice president is sitting there. In percentage terms, we have only 10% of women in cabinet. Mr. Speaker, the president again, as part of his lamentations, is telling the nation that through some arrangements they have been able to do 2 things: pay domestic bonds that matured, and then also they have successfully done some financial engineering to pay some energy sector debts to keep our lights on. My question is, Mr. Speaker, has the president any budgets? This is the budget he inherited, the revenues he inherited that he has used for this purpose. The same government is condemning. Mr. Speaker, he has today told us that we have 2.2 million Ghanaians unemployed. But what he has forgotten, that in his administration, in less than 100 days, all we know is sack them, dismiss her. Mr. Speaker, on the streets of Accra today, the youth of the country are saying that Mahama Baku termination bebre. Mr. Speaker, we are happy to hear from the president that he is going to launch the Nkukonkitinkitin. We are happy to hear this, but we are curious because only yesterday we heard of a confirm. Mr. Speaker, the president talked about the school feeding program, and in his submission on the school feeding program and the status of it, he said that they are now feeding the children well. What he didn't say was that at the time he assumed office, the previous government had paid every single one of the caterers. What he failed to tell Ghanaians was that President John Ajekum Kufuor, who is seated in this chamber, was the one who initiated the school feeding program. He did not acknowledge it. Mr. Speaker, what are we seeing in this government? The same old stock. There's nothing new. There is nothing like transformation. Only yesterday, Mr. Speaker, the youth of the NDC besieged the headquarters of the NDC demanding for jobs. Where are the jobs? Mr. Speaker, today we are seeing the 184 or so filling this chamber, the 183, plus the independent MPs who have caucused with the NDC. Today, this house is full. But Mr. Speaker, Mr. President must know that the majority is frustrated. They don't come to the chamber because there are no jobs for them. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, no, we have patience.
Honorable members, please, honorable members, honorable minority leader, you have 1 more minute.
Mr. Speaker, when Akufo-Addo was here on his last SONA, Akufo-Addo had patience for Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Boa to speak. Mr. Speaker, there must be patience for the minority side. I cannot be limited, Mr. Speaker. Let me finish. Mr. Speaker, what we have heard today fails to acknowledge the strides made in the last 8 years. Mr. Speaker, the President failed to acknowledge that he came to meet a peaceful and a stable country. 2, the President failed to tell us that he came to meet a public and civil service that the government, in spite of all challenges, was able to pay consistently. Mr. Speaker, the President failed to tell us that in spite of all the crisis, consistently the Akufo-Addo government was able to increase wages, and the minimum we did was 11% as compared to his 10%.
Honorable Minority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, to conclude.
Your time is
Mr.
up.
Speaker, to conclude.
Honorable members, my attention has been drawn to the presence of more distinguished members, and I want to draw your attention to them. Honorable members, we have with us in the chamber Honorable Bernard Mona, the PNC presidential candidate for 2024. 2, honorable members, we have the APC presidential candidate Hassan Abdullahi Ayarga. Honorable members, we also have the national chairman of the PNC, Mr. Asaki Samson Awingobit, and we have the PNC vice presidential candidate in the person of Joycelyn Akofa Doche. Honorable members, I now put the question.
Judge dear Alban Sumali Bagbin or ye no esefata na se enye adenti ena nanado danko ekufuado ne last day in Parliament House nanado ankasa watina sidi time no na NDC a minority womu gu eye nanado danko ekufuado animase ekeka nsanche ne se wo be free abem as the worst president ever onipa da se ni bie no hono ma na ma mechem wo no 9 months wo be kai de nanado danko ekufuado wo ba ye be ye na Drew John Dramani Mahama time na a whole minority leader not as a respect now with the man as a minority leader no wa hemfa na minority leader the Lion King the man himself the man born at Volta region but raised in Central region was so rich now one na so wakasa Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin what you me a shout tell it up simple sir. Let's resist oppressor through now your national anthem no fine Alban fine Ufisa wa woni oga ohun me dey make no kwena maka show you didn't do well one yade Speaker of Parliament yenye sa nimbuasa sama kwaba ATP maminti o
shame on you
shame right na ya Alban shame wild dog whoa pussycat whoa it's a disgrace oh me the madu kindergarten it's a disgrace na whole minority leader na hono ma workers na the Parliament House obi e dey pass you obi
like serious of
the na ne dey on there no dey nyemo jani show na run
the Bagbin here no wanye fair cry wanye
shut the Lion King
I quite remember the last day and another Kufuado esimi kasa bemet ni jina wa kase president of the wicked was the wicked president
Kansembia
ensem fata
fa na
wo de jo Mahama ya twetwe de ya we ya
we kran ya twetwe o onu ani nsem a wo kaye no wo kaye ne se Zanato Rollins kwabrani ani papa edi no husi ho no ma na sure obi kura be friend papa daughter of a medra
yeah
what did you see one of NDC Amanyo police one who buy ya say appointment kura wa amani bi
na ya say wa
na no ada na me hosi yesi adongo yesi ye man say say finance bibi say Bank of Ghana de be bia yesi no constituency for so mo mpede
amo na say na mo mpe like na ya say wa NDC MPs shame on you
shame
monim na egu ase o se ebo mo chems na awe o sori am ma Parliament House ene mo bo su ba de ma sori a share white aba bet na monim na egu ase no monim na egu ase no ba be no hwe na wonka why na me one na be ka chen John Mahama de ko so Parliament ya wonim onim pa NDC amaniku ene babe munyina amanim na egu ase na mo ni kwenya me se de ye ka ne se makokoi emre bi atwam no ka wu se wo soso de nam kwan so ba NDC amaniku na beto de atia wo babe ade ne waye pa de because o ya ade na aboa wanya de say one for respect am Afenyo Markins am Afenyo Markins one for respect in Melby me am me for respect in Melby because what ade no time my majority leader kasa her time or the kasa ye na hwe time ma ya Afenyo market dey kasa e freedom of speech obi a what time e so to be e ka do person o ka bia na wo kan wo twena no so say amanfo aba wude o body ni ya so wa procedure e bo sa be ko asetina bi mo sa be ko bi
na say ye lion king on fa na nya hwe
on fa na nya but
you do well me say
if
you cry na wash and nobody side way edi eye minority na ye I'm gonna speak the truth
ye beka banana ya say way
the respect he deserves
Messi NDC po John Mahama po Bagbin po Nana Jane po Afenyo Markins
he is the man of the moment
po one so
I was surprised today say who say Captain Kwejo Smart what Afenyo Markins ambassador because NDC amanyoko no most of you are showing signs of unseriousness
no correct
when was the last time I have been following the year parliament procedures for some time now most of the MPs they do not go and then the state of the nation address say white
so many Nana me
you like how everything is going
yeah
NDC like Afenyo no 1,000 no but I am as a point I am so scared for his life
Nana the be ntimi nya ne hwe e wo hwe we Afenyo Markins ni MPs ni bi eni esima bre mesro mo MPs empenifo na mbom no you people should
MPs for parliament who many abre na you people outside maybe a radio station TV station kwabrane betena so anopa no abesho we fe no abesho we na kwabrane atuma bebie na no abie na no aka che Ghana mansa nyina se a foolish shaka no lead the MPP government
the real musimi
fight what say the MPs one kukode wo parliament house no mumpelifo na said mo bia adwuma ne di bidia ma ya no fo ya wo mo kasa wo mo famitanto wo ma dwe wo mo bia wo ma no no mo kasa etu we better say a foolish cannot lead the MPP na mo nyina no mo ka hyenkodru e ma mo masum entomo de na say sum ne tomo so dia ene na krom hanim say ye nyina no ye be chia ya man kasa
eno ano na ya say wa me do se pa
em so ha na brema m kwai na nsema me de show mo no me di ni nyina be ba na ewie ye comment section asene wa wo de fo adwen share fa honum share video we Emma wonu ebi wono so and share fa mo before from my number is 0557036109 when ni jijume de ho so obaso yase a me ba chow friend no 0550623377 and 0557036109 ba jo so shonko na ye no atwetwe enkobo Kumasi online media school na so yase etumi de atije twumedie no ebe so mo admission is still in progress yes school bi a wakọ ewie na so still na we ni jinsem twedwuma wa na kwa de unko school dade abra na wo mo to wo mo bo mfanfa ntitiye mu 3 months pe uwi abebe abai attachment internship Omo mepe baby ede ama benya certificate abetimi so dia ye ejuma baby biara wo pe courses nso aye chiregu kasafoni ne DJ na MC social media drone shots ni nyina no e ka forms ne 100 cedis so benya be of honest of Kumasi online TV location no e Kumasi square ni tia ya maza na di hwene for inquiries for no 0550623377 and as 0557036109 executive producer Mr. Daniel Yeboah editor NMC amsi abrante pakwe joma no hana ATP na mutene nkan me so amtele dwem ene jimedi ye besomo medi ene nana ya asawa makrama ye besanso edishia
Amafwe Kumasi online TV production yaba ne de ne yaba ye de equipment ekukudam ana ye de aba se eye camera de enam wiem de nam fom de enam ensuom ni nyina ye wo bi e wo honom a TV production yabo a hu ye pa se wo ye dwumadie bi etese wedding eye engagement and sorry ana schools se wo ye semna bi na pese betwa ko all the social media networks no so e de amaw ye ni ntotonsa na fre eye Kumasi online TV production for na yamra na ye dwumadie ne Kama fe a ebo no eda from pa the production so the sound quality video quality ni nyina e wo soro wo pese wo hu ba bia wa ye wo Kumasi eyetia media opposite one ma ana se to nsa ne frɛ wa homa trufo so 0550623377 Kumasi online TV production ye demufua e wo Kumasi Kodu